Trollshaws, I have a quest here. Where is it? This one. So I've got Oatmeal Problems quest, which takes you to Oat Barton. Now, Oat Barton is this place down here. So I'm just wondering if I should just carry on and stay on level and leave the North Downs, or go to the North Downs. While I think about that, I'm just going to go to Bree, and I'm just going to move some things into storage that I've got before we go to where the next place is. So I'm just going to use my milestone skill to get to Bree. There are LOTRO points to be earned from doing the epic storylines, all the way up to Book 8. There's 20 LOTRO points for doing that. So we do, as part of our LOTRO points pursuits, we do need to do the epic. It also gives me a chance to show you how far I am with getting the vault space unlocked. You can see here that I've got, from where we started with 30, I'm now up to 75 spaces. And with all the selling of loot from my bags, I've been building up coin. And you can see now that I've got 30.5 gold, so I could actually increase my space further now with 4.5 gold cost to go up to 90. I'm not going to do that at the moment because we're not at a point where I need to buy the space yet, but it's good to know that we're accumulating the coin to then do that when it's necessary. And the only things I've bought are more personal vault storage and the mount that I bought from Hengstanter Farm. Oh, those mathams, I can actually consume those. The Matham Society. Oh, there we go. So I can actually get some points now. Mathams. Just seeing Lumpy's comment there about maybe do the rep gate quest so you can use all the rep items. I've actually done the reputation gating quests in the Shire, which I didn't tell you about on Friday. So with that said, if I just consume those items now, that's got me that far. We almost got to ally. These other ones here, chat, I'm keeping those for an alt, just so that they can advance their reputation quickly, more quickly than the first character. Now, what we're going to do to get to the North Downs a bit quicker, what I'm going to do, chat, is I'm just going to swift travel with the hunter skill over to Thorin's Hall, because there's a quick way to get to Trestlebridge. Maybe some of you don't know about it. You might actually be able to do it from Bree, but I'm just going to show you from Thorin's Hall where you can get to Trestlebridge quickly. There's a mission NPC who can get you to Trestlebridge for 1 silver. Is just go to a mission recruiter and just speak to them, and there it is, Trestlebridge, West Alley, for 1 silver. So and here we are. Straight into the North Downs. This is where we are. Now, we have got quests here that are below our level and give us reputation with Bree, but we're already kindred with Bree. So you might think, well, why should we bother with them? The quest chains for North Downs start over here in Trestlebridge, and then they work their way east towards Estledin. I'll give you all a quick update on where I'm up to with LOTRO points, chat, from the last stream. I'll show you my LOTRO store page. So I'm on 815 points now. And again, just for the verification of where the points have been acquired, you can see from the history, it's all in-game points grants. So we just like skim all the way down, so you can see there's. I bought nothing with real money, so. Nice, we got something completed there. Of glories long past. What was that? Is that just for completing quests? I was just completing quests in the North Downs. So we've got 10 more LOTRO points. Is the whole game free to play? The game is free to play if you want to just go through earning your LOTRO points and then unlocking it over time. If you want to get anywhere quickly, then you should subscribe. The game for content is free to play all the way up to level 95 points. Now I've played in the game, if I show you on this character, I've played in game time 2 days and 5 hours and 56 minutes. Nearly 54 hours of game time. I've got 825 points. I'm level 31. Where I'm getting the LOTRO points from, everyone, is just working through the zones that I've done so far. So for example, let's say Breland. I've been completing these deeds. And there are some other sources of getting points as well. You can level up your reputation here. So when you earn new reputation levels, you get LOTRO points. Well, there's a website called LOTRO Wiki, which will help you to locate the places where you can get the points. So like you can look up the deeds that need to be completed and where to go to complete them. In all the time I've played the game, I've never been not subscribed, which also means that I've never been free to play. When people ask me about free to play, I have no idea what it's like for anyone starting literally from nothing. I thought it'd be quite an interesting experience for me to like use my time with the game and my experience of playing it to see how I fare with this. Can I get the game unlocked and progress? And perhaps maybe use a few things that I know, find some shortcuts perhaps to get through, or just find some useful tips to share with people. First quest to hand in. We've got these other ones that have been given to us. When you do hand in tasks, is focus your task handings on the faction you're leveling. So these reputations here, for example, like if I had tasks to hand in for, let's say, the Elves of Rivendell, I mean, I'm not really getting anything out of that at the moment, but if I was to hand in tasks for the Matham Society, look, I'm nearly there with the reputation to advance that and get some LOTRO points. So that's where you might think, well, I should probably hand my tasks in towards that one today, because you know that's where my progress is at the moment. If you do it all very scattergun, you're just not going to get anywhere with the reputation. You'll still get somewhere with handing tasks in to increase your limit. See, what I've been doing is just keeping really what I think are the essential things. Crafting materials for the craft you've chosen. So these things like this here clump of chives, that's for cooking. I'm not leveling up cooking at the moment. And we just don't have the space to be keeping everything for other things we want to level up later on this first playthrough, so we just sell it. You do want to keep a stack of task items ready for when you log in the next day to hand in. You always want to do that, but anything above that, you're selling it. anything for your craft, like these scroll cases. So I'm a tailor, and you can see here I've got 3 tailor scroll cases. So if I open up one of those, it gives me a recipe that I can learn. And then any crafting materials that are not part of the craft you're leveling, just get rid of them. Because what we're doing is we're just easing the pressure on our inventory here. But we're just going to ride over to this epic quest now, everyone. So on this here where it says the Shadows of Angmar, we need to complete, see, book 3. You can see this is book 3. We also need book 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 for 20 points.
Greetings. Would you do something for me?
Right, so this epic book chapter needs us to go back to a character that we were picking up quests from earlier on. We just want to go back to Mincham over here. What we can do is use the stables.
What can I do for you?
Castle Bridge. Oh, it's going to be 15 silver. It's not going to break the bank, is it? We'll just take the stables to Trestlebridge, everyone. What we'll do is we just cancel the journey when we get closer to this point over here on the left. We'll just cancel the horse ride. Taking this is quicker than using our standard mount. This mount here, we don't need to carry on to Trestlebridge because this is where we need to stop. Oh, we've leveled up. It's only now at level 32 that we get the Guide to Bree skill. So we've got the Guide to Bree skill, and we've also got Passage of Shadow, which allows us to detect ancient evil. Is it all the dead? Yeah, ancient evil and the dead. We've earned 200 destiny points, but we can't actually use destiny points, can we? Yeah, so you can't use destiny points as a free-to-play player. So if you want to like accelerate your leveling with destiny points, like you would on a VIP sub, you can't on free-to-play. You have to spend 75 LOTRO points to double your experience. Not doing that. Something to keep an eye on while you are playing, chat, when you're seeking these LOTRO points is just bear in mind your progress on certain things. So like this here, Enmity of the Orcs. You can see there with just killing 25 more orcs, I can get 10 LOTRO points and the travel skill to Rivendell. For the elves, that is. If you're the elf race, you'll get the return to Rivendell. For another class, for another race, it'll be something else. It's just something to be aware of where you're up to with certain things. Because if like now, I'm in an area where there's a lot of orcs, so this would probably be a good time to like just finish that off. So I just realised something here, everyone, that I've not been doing, and it's really a tip that I shared with you earlier on. Do you know how I was taking the stables over to the other side of the North Downs from Estildin for 15 silver? I could have actually done it for 1 silver. I know that's a very it's not a massive saving, is it really? But it's also the bigger savings, the time involved. Because if I just show you something here, you know how we need to get to Trestlebridge? All we need to do on a hunter is go to well, if you can find a mission recruiter somewhere else. I mean, I know of one in Thorin's Hall, so I'm just going to go here. If we go to Thorin's Hall, and then go to the mission recruiter NPC down here, you can get to Trestlebridge for 1 silver, and it's an instant travel. So here we go, mission recruiter, so we can get there to Trestlebridge for 1 silver. And then here we are, back to Trestlebridge. So that's a time saving. Talk to Aragorn in Rivendell. And isn't it good, chat, that we have our return to Rivendell travel skill? We can get to Rivendell with a travel skill we have. We have to equip it to get there. So we will go to our traits. I'm just going to take out this one here, this tactics and conviction bonus, and swap in return to Rivendell. We'll see now the skill's lit up. Does have a 1 hour cooldown, by the way. Let's go to Rivendell. Oh, hang on, before we do, in case we've got to come back here, let's just set our milestone here. Because my milestone at the moment is in Bree, but we now have our hunter guide to Bree, so we don't need to have a milestone to Bree anymore. We'll just set it here in case we need to come back to Astildin. Let's go to Rivendell. Aragorn will be in here. We'll take the heavy armor option and sell it to the vendor.
Welcome to Rivendell.
Right, so that's book 3 done then with talking to Aragorn, but now we've got book 4, talk to Elrond, which is for level 37, so this is a bit further on than we can go at the moment. Available quest, a momentous decision.
Greetings.
Talk to Hemelda.
Will you lend me your ear?
The last bridge. You will travel to the last bridge immediately when you accept this quest. We don't want to do that yet. That's something we don't want to do because that'll take us away from what we're doing. Talk to Aragorn in Rivendell. Have to go back to Aragorn.
Greetings. Greetings.
Man called Estel. Accept. Oh, we've got 2 things to talk to Elrond about. Now, I know we're not advancing through the epic book 4 at the moment because of the level that it is. It's 5 levels above our character, but we can still go hand in the quest. If it has a tick next to it, chat, it just means that we can just go and like advance the quest onto the next part and gain the XP.
A strange fate brings you hither.
Done that one.
Hope is not in vain.
So we've got the next one after that quest, the city of his fathers. That's again talking to Aragorn. Book 4 forward. So as I said, we can just advance that on.
A strange fate brings you hither.
And then just move on. There's no reason why we can't just accept and complete that, is the chat? We just go and complete it and move on. I think that one for book 4 is going to take us into the Trollshaws. Yeah, so where it's going to take us is over here. And we're just not quite there yet on level to do that.
Greetings.
City of his fathers. As we've done that one.
Greetings.
Bring Aragorn's letter to Callinglad. So I know who that NPC is. That is somebody who is in the next zone from where we were earlier. So where we were in the North Downs chat, we have a quest here for Evendim. So you think where we were before with the map, North Downs. To the west, we've got Evendim. You can see there we've got the quest, you see. So it's flashing there. That's where we'll be going. So there's a direction here, isn't there? A reason why we're doing things in this order. We've just gotten a quest for an area we will be going to next. So, obviously off stream I'm going to be completing the North Downs quests. Following completing the remaining quests in the North Downs, the next zone to move on to is Evendim. Earlier in the video I had a quest called Oatmeal Problems located in Oatbarton. Oatbarton is my chosen entry point for questing in Evendim. To travel to Oatbarton I used the path north from the Brockenborings in the Shire. Arriving at Oatbarton I completed Oatmeal Problems and then proceeded with completing the side quests. The quest chains lead north towards Tinuda, where quests that are already present in the quest log are located. Progression through Evendim will earn reputation towards the Wardens of Illuminas faction. Quest completions, consuming reputation items from slain enemies, and deed completions will earn sufficient experience to reach Kindred reputation level and gain LOTRO points. Reaching Kindred reputation level and character level 40 allows full access to the Wardens of Illuminas faction NPCs at Tinuda for gear upgrades purchasable with in-game coin. After Evendim, the next zone is the Trollshaws for further questing and continuation of progress through Volume 1 of the epic storyline at Book 4. But first we must go to Rivendell. Earlier in the video there was a quest not to accept called To the Last Bridge. Accepting this quest now will fast travel our character to the last bridge between the Lone Lands and the Trollshaws. Our questing journey in the Trollshaws begins at the last bridge, and we will move across the map left to right completing quests leading to Volume 1 Book 4 at Thorinhad. In the Trollshaws we will again be earning reputation, and the faction we earn towards is called the Elves of Rivendell. And now for a progress update of the free-to-play journey in the Trollshaws. So I'm level 43 at the moment, everyone, on free-to-play, and we're in the Trollshaws. 1,205 is the points I have at the moment. And just to verify that it has all been earned in the game, as I said, there is all my points earnings. You can see they're all in-game points grants. There's a coupon code I redeemed there for the Slayer accelerator, but I've put that straight into storage chat. You can see it all in-game points grants all the way down. Playtime Lariana, we are 3 days, 13 hours and 32 minutes and 30 seconds in, and I can show you my progress so far is, so we go to rep for example. Here's where I'm up to on all my rep with the different factions, and this is just from doing the quests and consuming the reputation items from loot. For deeds, I've done all the deeds for Bree. I've done all the deeds for the Shire. So you can see there, all those are done. Done Red Lewin. I've still got some things to do in the Lone Lands, the North Downs, and the Trollshaws, and Evendim. So there's still quite a lot of LOTRO points that I haven't earned yet from the deeds. obviously there's the points have come from deeds, have come from leveling up the rep, they've come from doing the class deeds. My crafting is up to the point where I've got master unlocked, but I still need to finish off mastered proficiency on artisan for tailoring. My forestry is up to the same point, again mastering artisan, and same for prospector. For gear is I've crafted a little bit, and I've also gotten things from the quests. There were some reputation items that I've been using. Requires you need to be kindred with the Wardens of Illuminas, and you need to be minimum level 40. So I was still in Evendeem at level 40, and I bought this from the reputation vendor. My Thorin's Hall rep so far has just been from doing quests and task hand-ins. So at the start of my leveling in Ired Luin, I did the task hand-ins, and then there was quests around Ired Luin that gave rep. There was some quests in the Lone Lands that gave Thorin's Hall rep. And there's some quests in the Trollshaws that were giving Thorin's Hall rep. And there's a task board with Thorin's Hall rep as well. Yeah, Othrakar as well in the North Downs. That was also a place I got rep from. So what I've been doing at the moment is just seeing how much I can earn the rep without buying it. You see, I could actually buy rep from the skirmish camp with my skirmish marks, because with all the deeds I've been doing, I've got 3020 skirmish marks that I could just go and buy all the rep now with it. If I'm able to get the reputation levels just by questing, then I may as well just hold on to skirmish marks. I've still got the standard bag space, so I haven't bought any extra bag space at the moment, even though I could. I'm well able to. I've got 34 gold, 405 silver, which still isn't enough money. Now we can unlock our personal character storage further, but you remember how I said we need 36 gold to unlock housing chest storage further? If we want to increase that from 30 to 60, we need 36 gold. I don't even have 36 gold at the moment. So this is where all these little things for saving money add up over time. I think we may actually get some LOTRO points here, chat, if I consume these elvish relics. Oh, we're nearly there. So we've got those there as well. Oh, look at that. We just need 80 more rep to get friend with Elves of Rivendell, and that will get us some LOTRO points. Just take them, we'll just sell them. Ah, now by completing that quest, we've got the reputation we needed, because it gave us some reputation rewards. So we've got friend with the Elves of Rivendell. See how we've got rep here for Thorin's Hall? See where my mouse is moving? There's a stable master there at Barachen's camp. And there's a task board, and all the tasks are for Thorin's Hall. So we need 500, so we're going to need 2 task hand-ins.
This is unthinkable.
See how it's gone up? And then we're going to go and do it again. Then we'll do that.
It is an insult.
And there we go. Friend status with Thorin's Hall. At the very least, with when you're doing your virtue leveling, everyone, is if you're not into doing all the Slayer deeds and killing hundreds of enemies, at the very least you want to be doing the discovery deeds. And all that is just going to find locations in the game. So if I was to pull one up now for free, it's just finding locations in the Barrow Downs. 5 LOTRO points, 2000 virtue experience, the Old Forest, 2000 virtue experience, the ruins of Breeland, 2,000 virtue experience, and then it's really easy. Just needs you to go and just focus your attention on it. And later on in the game, when you're buying stacks of materials to process things, that saved coin's going to add up. So you might be wondering, where did I get that from? This favour of the North Downs. Well, there's a quest in the North Downs which you get down here. So there's a questing area here in the south part of the Kingsfell, and you get a quest which is a fellowship quest, but you can do it. It is soloable, and it just takes you to a troll cave, and you go through that cave and just kill one enemy, hand it in, and that pocket item is an option to pick. So the quest to get this, chat, is called the Troll Keeper. I think on one of my streams in the future for free to play,
Will you lend me your ear?
I will get a home, because there's going to be a point where my storage on my personal character storage is going to fill up, and we can use the housing storage for long-term storage. Probably get some LOTRO points along the way, actually, with finding my way to Rivendell. And we get some LOTRO points because we've found the road to Rivendell. We do have some quests to come into here eventually, chat, as part of my quest journey, but I might have moved on from here when we next come to see where I'm up to.